A tireless, caring, and dedicated athletic trainer with a wonderful sense of humor describes our next inductee, Teresa Zepka, fondly known to many of us as T. Her work in governmental affairs and public relations has set Pennsylvania on the map as a national contender. George Roberts, past president, states, "Teresa literally wrote the book on state-level public relations in our profession." Pennsylvania was honored with many national awards for Teresa's public relations projects. So many, in fact, that the national office needed to create new rules that would allow for other states to become more competitive. Teresa's former colleague, Hank Fidzikowski from Millersville, when he describes T, states, "Teresa always had a strong love for the profession of athletic training. She was a prime example of what we would like to see in our young athletic trainers of today. She established relationships with the older athletic trainers that she came in contact with, and she made concerted efforts to get to know them and learn at their feet. These relationships helped her evolve and give direction to her love of the profession." And lastly, one of Teresa's colleagues at California University of Pennsylvania, Linda Meyer, when describing Teresa states, "Whether it's her commitment to volunteering for events such as the Special Olympics or career days where she would educate high school students about the profession of athletic training, Teresa is there, doing what she does best, serving others." She spent countless hours leading the charge to change how athletic trainers are publicly referenced. Linda says, "Every time I hear announcer state athletic trainer, I think of T, and her diligent work creating change for greater respect for our profession." While Teresa has left the profession of athletic training and now serves as a physician assistant, it has not dampened her desire to continue to contribute to the society. She served as a PATS liaison to the Pennsylvania Society of Physician Assistants and recently presented at their state meeting this past spring. Teresa, we all thank you for your contributions to the profession of athletic training. You were always willing to step up and provide help wherever it was needed. Your love and devotion to the profession and your commitment to service are standards that all athletic trainers should stand for. You truly are a role model for everyone. Teresa is the daughter of Peter and the late Betty Zepka. Joining her this evening are her brother Doug and sister-in-law Liz. The Millersville basketball coach, Mary Flag, Hank Fidzikowski, and family friends Tom and Linda Embry. It is with great honor and pleasure that I present to you Teresa Zepka for the induction into the 2018 Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame.
I don't know if you were all standing for me or that I'm the last one, and we soon can get on our way here. First, I want to thank the Executive Board and the PATS Hall of Fame Committee. You've put on a wonderful, wonderful evening and program, and as usual. So, I do have readers too, Linda. As I collected my thoughts and began collecting materials for consideration for the PATS Hall of Fame, there were times that I cried like a baby, and in the next moment, I would be laughing out loud. The years I've spent involved with the Pennsylvania Athletic Trainers Society were some of the best and most favorite years of my life. I not only have made close, special friends for life, I've established a second family. A family that has been and continues to be right at my side during the best and worst days of my life. My brother and sister are here with me today, and they finally get to meet my other family, my PATS family. I am so proud of my brother and my sister and all they have accomplished. And today, they get a glimpse into a part of me and my life that they really never knew too much about. A part of my life that has meant so much to me and has definitely molded me into the person that I am today. They get to see my name placed amongst the very best athletic trainers in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, placed among people whom I admire so deeply. When I look at the list of people who make up the PATS Hall of Fame, it is still hard for me to fathom that someone believed that I belong in that company. And to make this day even more special, I'm being inducted beside two wonderful people and two great athletic trainers, Sandy Bush and Linda Mazzoli. Congratulations to you both. So very well deserved. Two words, thank you, could never convey what I am thinking or how I've been feeling since I got the news of my induction. All of your congratulatory cards, emails, texts, voicemails, and phone calls touched my heart and made me smile. A colleague once said to me, "No one sets out to be a Hall of Famer." Barbra Streisand once said, "You won't remember who won the Actress of the Year award, but you will remember her work." Today, when I hear a TV announcer use the verbiage athletic trainer, and I hear their tone as they speak of athletic trainers with respect, that is my personal, private, proudest moment, because I know that I played a role in bringing that to fruition. Being able to see the next generation of athletic trainer enjoy a better work environment with more public respect. I know those of us on the public relations front accomplished what we set out to do. Concussion programs and education have grown tremendously to an environment now where concussion is taken very seriously, and the general public has a better knowledge of concussion prevention and recognition protocols. Thank you for believing in the work that was important to me and still is so very important to me. I recently retired my BOC credential at the end of 2017. The day I retired my credential, the BOC employee had to ask if I was still on the line because I couldn't answer her questions because I was crying so hard. She thanked me for my years of service and said it was refreshing to see someone who cared so much. Those of you who don't know me that well may wonder why the tears. And most of you who do know me know that my career as an athletic trainer was my world for the longest time. I lived and breathed athletic training. My license plate, registered with the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, still reads TATC. And Linda Meyer, you better not turn me in for using that credential still. At each athletic training convention or symposium that I attended since I became an athletic trainer, whether it be PATS or NATA, I would seek out Hall of Famers. I always went to the Hall of Fame inductions to learn something, to be inspired. I have a blanket signed by every Hall of Famer that I've ever met. I used to take notes at the banquets when the Hall of Famers would give their acceptance speeches, because I knew that was greatness speaking. And I needed to not only hear their words, but also write them down as words to live by, so that I could not only become a better athletic trainer, but more importantly, a better person. I'd like to take a few minutes to extend some heartfelt thank yous, and I ain't looking at any of you because I got to get through it. Hank Fidzikowski, my partner at Millersville for 14 years. Remember when I wowed you during my interview? Hank thought he was going to stump candidates by asking them during the interview what their philosophy of athletic training was. I had never been asked that question before during an interview, and I really had never thought of an athletic training philosophy. But I knew I needed to answer the question, so I blurted out the first thing that came to my mind, and I said, communication and education. To this day, that has been my philosophy as a clinician. Hank said I was the only candidate that gave an answer to that question. We went through a lot in those 14 years together, and it should probably be Hank up here receiving an award for putting up with me. I was a wild, loose cannon as a younger athletic trainer. You took the time to teach me how to be a collegiate athletic trainer. I am forever grateful to my Millersville family for those 14 years and for you. Mary Flagg, longtime MU women's basketball coach, is here with me tonight. My roommate on the road for all those years. Thank you for being one of my closest friends, and for not kicking me off the team when I almost got us that technical at Westchester. Paula Teresa, Julie Emrine, Linda Meyer. Seems to be a pattern here, right? 3 women that have shaped my career and my life tremendously. I remember one night in the hallway at Toff Trees, the 3 of you telling me to never settle.